Alright, welcome back to another Kuma style review. What I have here today is a custom Nemesis Rodimus Prime by the customizer AZDragon58. It's really hard to describe this custom in words because you hear things like epic and stuff like that used for so many things that aren't appropriate. So, I mean, to describe this, it's pretty much, in terms of paint, in terms of accuracy as to what I wanted, this thing is just a masterpiece. And I don't want to get confused with masterpiece-style Transformers or anything like that, but it is a very magnificent job in terms of just the overall quality of it. Basically, I got a custom Shattered Glass Rodimus from him about a month or so ago. And I had more of a vision because the Shadow Scyther armor, especially in robot mode, shows a lot of red. And it really doesn't match the purple highlights on, Shattered Glass Rodimus. So I went ahead and I gave him my idea. And it was hard because I don't do kit bashing or anything like that. Not kit bashing, digi-bashing. So I had to describe what I wanted. And I couldn't really, use Photoshop to color over the pictures or anything like that to describe it, and he was able to take what I tried my hardest to describe that I don't really feel was well at all, and he just did it perfectly. So big props to him, and let's go ahead and review this. Car mode standard. I'm actually going to raise this camera up a bit. Sorry for the shakies, but yeah. So taking a look at it, pretty standard. I mean, red highlights rather than the purple. I went ahead and had the headlights painted as well because I wanted those to stand out on the shoulders or whatever while he's connected to the Shadow or the Scyther armor. Okay, so just bringing it around, looking at the other side here. And just a magnificent job. The paint details are top notch, and I really love that he sanded down what's called rub spots, to where when I transform it, I don't have to worry about like little nubs and things like that that rub together or lock into place, chipping off the paint because he sanded those down appropriately. So turning around here. All right. And there is one thing that I forgot to include on here, and I'll go ahead and attach it now. He actually included two versions of the Rodimus cannon. Okay, so here's the first one, which I personally like. Okay, and looking at the bottom, there's a switch here. So you turn that switch up, and boom. It's hard because I have lights that are actually shining on here, but it's actually a very bright red LED on the bottom there. So I just love this thing to death. And of course, he has the canopy mod. Give me 1 second here to go ahead and flip that up. It's very tight, so I actually have to find something really quick here to pry under it with, and I'm going to try Shadow Commander Sword. Yay! There we go. Okay. And just to show off some of the highlights here. He did the seats, he did some of the highlights within the cockpit area. And he even went as far as, I'm actually going to take a light and shine on it. You can see the steering wheel there is actually custom painted in itself. So overall, just with this alt mode, he did a fantastic job. I mean, look at the fade on the windows and things like that. I even requested that those be more red to match or whatever, and he picked just a perfect shade of red. I described to him that I wanted it to be bright and things like that, and yeah, just out of control. Incredible. So that's the alt mode, and let's go ahead and move into the robot mode. And alright, I've went ahead and transformed him into robot mode so you guys can see how it looks in that mode. Okay, so taking a look at him, you know, the fine details are insane. And I forgot to point out, I really do dig the fact that he added the red Autobot symbol or whatever, because it matches so well with the red flames. But you'll see the red accents and things like that there, as well as on the underside of the fenders. Go ahead and go in here, taking a look at them from the back there. Get them balanced here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just overall, well done paint job. And he's also got his, I don't know what this thing is exactly, but he went ahead and painted that. His communicator, is it? Alright, but let's zoom in on some of the details of the figure. Get him in there, and there we go. You'll see that he did definitely go with the mustache and goatee. Very, very, very well done. As well as, I'm actually going to bring the camera down some and angle it up so that you can see his actual eyes there. And let's focus. Yeah, just overall, I mean, he kicked ass with this one. I mean, like I said, words can't describe. Words cannot describe. Alright, so zooming back out here. Okay. I did want to go ahead and take a look at the other gun that he included. Like I said, he included two. One of which is the light up gun here. And it's nice. He even differentiated the highlights on them. You'll see it has the silver accents and stuff like that. Let me turn the light off. But he also included a red accented gun here. Hold it with the other hand so you can actually see the highlights and stuff. Just, like I said, incredibly well done. Yeah, but the difference with this gun, outside of even the paint job, is that, let me go ahead and put it in his hand here. That one still retains the peg, because it is a missile launcher, so that you can go ahead and attach the flames and whatnot. So that's nice, and especially with Shadow Scythe there, having the gun attachment and whatnot, it really helps. Most definitely. Most definitely. So there's that. I mean, here he is in bot mode. Alright. And what's next? We'll go ahead and look at how he looks with the Shadow Scyther armor. And alright, here we go with the Shadow Scyther armor in trailer mode. I got this specifically for this armor, and as you can see, he was even nice enough to go ahead and customize my Scyther armor and the trailer itself to, you know, have red highlights to match this. And he did a wonderful job, you know, painting this. I really, really like what he did here. Pretty straightforward. And chose to go with the light up cannon in there. And boom. I mean, it just looks fantastic. And I really am appreciative that he was able to go ahead and, you know, do the trailer and stuff like that too. I mean, it just overall looks incredible. I mean, even right now, reviewing this thing, I'm floored. I'm very floored. Alright, so let's go ahead and move into Shadow Scyther in robot mode. Alright, and now the Coup de Grace. Looking at him in robot mode with the Shadow Scyther armor. I just want to go ahead and highlight from head to toe how he looks, so I'm going to use my zoom here. Okay. We'll start up top, focus. And yeah, this is what I meant when I said I wanted the shoulders highlighted to better match what he has going on in terms of the red flames and whatnot. In fact, I'll zoom out just a bit so that we can see more of them and just how much it matches. Okay, and now I'm just going to take the camera and I'm going to work my way down, and working your way down, you do see the gun highlights and whatnot, and how everything's just cohesive now. And taking a look at his legs, let me go ahead and focus here for a moment. You know, the red highlights and whatnot really do match a whole lot better. Oops, before he falls over on me. A whole hell of a lot better than the purple did. Most definitely. Most definitely. And I like that he does come with 2 guns, because now his roller figure actually has one too. And now one that kind of lights up. And it's neat because of his functionality, you know, as a roller drone and stuff like that. It kind of gives him a searchlight. So to me, that's really cool, you know. Even if the gun is a little bit more epic on him, I do like how he has that light that kind of looks like it's looking around there. And in fact, let me go ahead and I'll turn off one of the front lights so that you guys can actually see, you know, just how bright it is. In fact, I'll turn off the other 2 too. Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely a bright light. It stinks that I can't highlight, you know, just how bright red it is, because it really matches, you know, the armor as a whole. So let's get our lights back on here. I like that this camera can actually adjust immediately. That's pretty flippin' cool. So turning off that light there. Don't want to, you know, waste battery or anything like that. But zooming out, final part we'll look at is the command base on the trailer and how that looks. Alright. So zooming in here so you can see some of the details. It does match the red highlights of the missile pods and things like that a whole hell of a lot better, in my opinion. I just love it to death. I don't have sidearm on hand, but it really matches him as a little partner for... Well, wait, I lied. Never mind. He was actually like no feet in front of me. So give me 1 second to go ahead and pop him in here. Luckily he just clips on, but I have to fit his feet in first. Oh, doy. Of course I was doing it wrong. That only makes sense. So give me 1 second to position this correctly. I believe that. Yeah. He actually has a bucket that folds out. Sorry guys, it's been a long time since I've had to transform this thing. And really just play with the trailer and stuff like that. It's mostly just Scythe I jack around with. But yeah. Okay, let's see where things are at now. I'm going to actually bring the camera up some so that you can see him. And yeah, I mean, look how much better sidearm over here matches the trailer armor and stuff like that. I mean, just overall, it's a great fit. The red highlights and whatnot are definitely, you know, just incredible. And I'm glad that he went ahead and threw these in free of charge. Now, give you one last look. Get that out of the way. Get my custom Scyther. And just an FYI, this is an authentic Scyther set. I know that there is a KO of it out, but Fans Project KO is just not my thing. It's a company I respect too much personally. But yeah, there he is. AZDragon58. Catch him on TFW. I don't believe he has a site of his own or anything like that. But yeah, hopefully I can get him an interview and things like that. Highlight him a little bit on my site. But the dude does fantastic work for the amount, as you can see, that you get. And just the quality of it as well. The price is just phenomenal compared to what other customizers would honestly charge to do work that isn't as nice at all. So definitely, if you want a custom done, a great paint job, etc., hit them up. TFW 2005, AZDragon58. But once again, this is my custom Nemesis Rodimus Prime, including custom Shadow Scythe armor and a trailer. Thank you very much for watching. I know this has been a little bit longer, but if any toy deserves it, it's honestly this custom, because I could literally spend 2 hours just raving over this work. Thank you guys again for watching, and have a great one.